What fact about the opposite sex did you learn embarrassingly late in life? I had to explain to my female friend that when you orgasm you do not ovulate. She is 25 and was afraid of having sex because she didn't want to waste her eggs. This would be amazing/awful if it was true though. You only have a finite number of sexual encounters before you're barren. Women have 300,000 viable eggs, so you'd have to orgasm 20 times a day every day for your entire fertile puberty menopause life to run out. Not technically impossible I guess, but you'd have to be freaking committed. Cum is not absorbed by the woman's body, but drips out afterwards. Well, to be fair, once sperm can be absorbed, it drops out eventually. My exes used IUDs for contraception that pretty much stopped their periods. At 24, my current GF is my first real exposure to a regular menstrual cycle. One time while getting intimate, she says, "By the way, I have a tampon in me." I ask, "But what's it still doing there?" "Well, I thought you use it like a pipe cleaner and then take it out." Pipe cleaner, LMAO. Love it. I thought women wore bras so the milk wouldn't pour out. Edit. Wow, this blew up. Like boobs full of milk, apparently. Fairly certain I was in high school before I knew the truth. They talked about lactation and sex organs and all of that jazz in health class, but they never talked about undergarments. I mean, why would they? Being a gay male, I didn't really care enough to find out if what I thought was true. I was more concerned about why I was attracted to dudes. I'm pretty sure a female friend made a comment at some point about her little brother, who thought that bras were to keep the milk in, and how they are really for support, shape, etc. My thought was, oh wow, interesting. But look at his muscles. Damn. This is my favorite yet. What a world you must have been living in. The towel wrap thing girls do on their head after a shower. Their hair is actually wrapped up in it. For years I thought it was like some kind of towel hat. I've heard of this misconception before. Where did you think the hair was? Just piled up on top of the head? Edit. To those of you saying it's not. Or where is it? The hair is wrapped in the twist. That's what I thought until right now. I thought periods were a one and done type thing, not a monthly ordeal. It made me wonder if my teacher was crazy sentimental when she said her daughters mark it on their family calendar. Edit. She told us this in sex ed to encourage tracking it. This Sunday will be period day, when we celebrate the memory of when I bled from my vagina that one day 16 years ago. My girlfriend was killing herself laughing last night because I thought maxi pads stuck to your skin and not your underwear. I turned 30 this year. My ex-boyfriend thought this. He asked me if it hurt when I ripped them off. I had my first boyfriend at 16. Until then, my only exposure to male genitalia had been those illustrations in my biology textbook. So when my boyfriend got naked, the first thing I noticed was that he only had one testicle. Or so I thought. Because I had always assumed for some reason that you would be able to immediately see the outline of two testicles within the scrotum. I was expecting two noticeable lumps, something akin to a plastic bag with two walnuts in it. But no, all I saw was a round sack. It confused me for a very long time. I honestly thought my boyfriend had only one testicle, yet he never brought it up, or even seemed ashamed of it. Although I didn't mind it, I was impressed that he didn't seem to lack any self-confidence, unlike all the stuff I read online about guys being insecure from having only one testicle. I'm not sure when it finally clicked that he did, in fact, have two testicles. I finally admitted it to him one day. He still makes fun of me for it. He's my husband now. My husband and I started dating in high school, so we had all the awkward first moments together. The first time I jacked him off, I was so shocked that cum is warm LMAO. I don't know what I thought before, but I was like, it's warm. Gross. Not what he wanted to hear. Did you think the balls are like a fridge? Fun fact, the scrotum is designed to keep the testicles at a slightly lower body temperature. So, yeah, kinda a sperm fridge. Until I was about 7, I thought boobs were just lungs located outside the body. God, that would be disturbing if you saw boobs inflating and deflating as women breathed. Edit. The replies have been half sharing in the horror, half turned on by this, and half not understanding the difference between inflating and just rising. I'm sure this will turn into a weird anime fetish somewhere down the line. Boyfriend is 28. He thought we carried around little containers of Vaseline to lube up the tampons before inserting them. He also just found out that some tampons have cardboard applicators. He was horrified on both accounts. Isn't that uncomfortable? Already commented this, but he also just found out that maxi pads stick to your panties and not your body like a giant band-aids. Honestly, he might have something there with slamming some Vaseline on those cardboard applicators. That crap does not feel good. Edit. I meant the idea of lubricant. Please do not actually slam Vaseline in your vagina. That crap will also not feel good. Men can make their penis dance. I don't know if it's all men, but certainly a majority seem to be able to make it bob up and down by clenching what I assume are abdominal muscles. The first time I saw it, I thought it was bordering on witchcraft. Edit. I have been reliably and repeatedly informed that it's not the abs. I'm choosing instead to believe that it's a tiny little man who lives in your butt pulling on levers like that dude from Men in Black. Thank you for your cooperation in this matter. It's called telekinesis. As a child, I thought sex was one moment of penetration and then over. Like you roll around and kiss, then the guy sticks it in once, and the sperm comes out and sex over. I was basically getting ready to have sex for the first time when I learned that the penis is in the whole time thrusting. I didn't know about the thrusting either. I just thought that you fell asleep connected and the sperm would slowly come out due to the term sleeping together. That there's a pee hole and a sex hole. Female roommate who grew up in a house with only females had a guy over. Guy needed to pee. She remembers there's no toilet paper in the bathroom and runs to get a roll. He says it's okay, I'm just going to pee. She's confused. Didn't realize that guys don't wipe their penises after peeing. Okay, so as long back as I can remember, I knew girls didn't have dongs. But I thought they just didn't have anything there at all. Like it was just a smooth area of skin, like a Barbie doll, and that they ticked from there. But and that's why they had to sit down and use toilet paper when urinating. Eventually I found out the truth, but for years I believed girls just didn't have anything there. I remembering having really bad diarrhea and thinking I was peeing from my butt and wondering if it were possible that I was turning into a girl. The human body used to be so much more mysterious. When women are on their period and they sneeze and blood comes out of the vagina. Edit. Holy crap, I never thought I would have so many upvotes in something on my life. And when they laugh they leak blood as well. Thank God I have a penis. Way god dang late to the party, but I posted this before and wanted to share again. I used to think my testicles were my unborn kids. Like one day they would hatch and bam, I would have 2 kids. I was always confused when I saw people with like 8 kids and wondered how he walked before. I couldn't figure out why it's so common for men to pee on the seat and the floor around the seat. Is it that hard to aim? Like, how the freak is this such a thing? Then I had a son and potty trained him. I remember the moment it clicked. He pointed it one way and the pee went a totally different direction. It defied logic. Split streams are the bane of any man's lavatory experience. That's a sentence I didn't think I'd be writing today. Took me until high school to realize that the penis needs to get hard in order to enter the vagina. The sex ed we had in grade school was okay. It talked all about the reproductive organs and what they do, but nothing about how actual intercourse worked. I spent too long wondering how the heck a floppy penis was supposed to get inside that small hole. Edit. I realized that I never specified if I was a guy or a girl. The comment replies are hilarious. I may be female, but I identify as a chocolate pop-tart, so take that for what you will. My friend was close to 30 before he realized that the birth control pill did not prevent STDs. He was dating a mutual friend, and she suggested that they both get tested before having sex without condoms. He replied, "But you've been on birth control a long time." That's how I found out it was super common for adult, educated men to make this assumption. Was in my mid-20s and had just finished having sex. The girl had been wearing black tights, and as she was putting them back on, I was like, I never knew tights were like one thing. I thought they were two separate things, each of which you put on each leg. And she was like, "Are you serious?"